I admit it. We in the rabbit hole of YouTube right now, and I don't care. I like it. I'm comfortable here. Everybody got a video speaking on this stuff, man. And it be stuffing. What's going on, Law Fam? Lay, man, it's your favorite too.
Hey, man, it's the real Law Twins.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Hey, man.
Listen, man.
Still a twins miss.
See, this one is twins miss.
Yeah,
Vid
man.
miss.
Christmas
Drop
will be
miss.
in a couple weeks.
Okay, man.
Time is flying, man.
Everybody should be happy.
It'll be summer 25 before
Everybody
you know
right
it.
now. You know what I mean?
But
how Drake and DJ Akademiks are getting exposed in the worst way.
I like that nowadays
crazy.
that they just put Akademiks as a bundle pack.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Drake come. They not sold separately.
Nah. What's crazy is none of the videos we done reacted to yet, breaking down all the shit that's going on, even spoke on Act yet. So it's kind of funny to me. It's like, oh, it's refreshing. Like, what's going on, man?
Yeah, Akademiks is Akademiks.
What y'all got to say about Big Act, man?
But they getting exposed. For what?
Now, it seems like in this point with where we are at with the crash out of
loud.
Drake and the all-time great run of Kendrick Lamar, when
Jesus
it comes
Christ.
to the lies and deception Drake tried to feed us and everything he pretended to stand for.
Who is this?
throughout rap's most pivotal.
Who is this talking?
This is
Because it's not us.
shit.
Just letting y'all know. We just,
I forgot the channel name. I'll find it at the end. I don't even want to fuck this up.
I like to get the person with all the knowledge.
Yeah.
'Cause we ain't the people.
He said the lies and deception.
Yeah.
Deception and outrage.
Disgrace.
For shame.
He asked for trouble to see you later, alligator.
No, I'm just playing.
Pivotal beef in decades. We are now starting to find out the full extent of what was really going on behind the scenes, and really just how far Drake was going off with the shady and horrible behaviors he was trying to pull off to beat Kendrick Lamar. And now beyond Kendrick Lamar rapping about how Drake tried to pay people to dig up information on him, how awful this could have went as it could have taken their rap beef way beyond music, and ultimately how this failed for Drake. What we are also starting to see is the absolute destruction of what has been Drake's last line of defense in this moment in time where everyone else has turned against him. And this involves
Nobody turned against him.
This is his
industry
words,
people have,
man.
but ain't nobody turned against
Turn
him.
against Drake is crazy.
Turn against him?
Us personally.
It wouldn't even be all this if nothing else happened after he lost. He would have just lost.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. Turn against Drake is crazy.
none other than the guy who has been praised for being Drake's biggest stan and supporter throughout everything we have witnessed in none other than DJ Akademiks. And now before we get into how these two are in big trouble, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps.
They're in
Now
big
with
trouble.
Ak and everything he is up to. What we are seeing with him right now centers around the fact that his relationship with Drake has taken a shift for the worse, as he has moved from a place where Ak was being sampled on Drake's very own diss tracks in this beef and was feeding the public information that would make Drake look stronger and Kendrick look weaker. Like when he was counting down the days that Kendrick Lamar went without a response to Drake, which of course aged so bad.
First of all, it did age bad, but what the fuck is that drawing? Is that dog from
That's Drewski.
That's dog from Kim Possible. With Grown Up.
Oh.
Remember when they did Rugrats All Grown Up? Like that.
Rugrats was trying to survive.
They was trying to survive a wave.
All
Nigga.
Grown
They
Up
said,
was
we
crazy.
made all that cheese back then. Let's grow Tommy
I
them
never
up.
knew what they was doing.
It didn't
They
work.
was trying to get that.
I caught a couple of
They was like, damn,
I said, nah.
man.
I don't
Oil
like-
checks was getting tough.
When you just got a little money in your
I
pocket
said,
and your car start making a
that's-
sound you can't ignore,
That's not.
that's what happened.
That's not feeling little.
Nah, that ain't.
Y'all just threw them.
They
together.
threw Dill in there. You
Dill?
remember Dill? Dill.
They threw him together.
Was being sampled on Drake's very own diss tracks in this beef and was feeding the public information that would make Drake look stronger and Kendrick look weaker.
Word.
Like when he was counting down the days that Kendrick Lamar went without a response to Drake, which of course
Shit
aged
crazy.
so bad. And now with Akademiks. What is
Lindsay.
going on in this moment is that his ties to the Drake community are splitting, and this is not because Ak is all of a sudden giving Kendrick Lamar the respect he deserves, because on his lives, he is still crashing out about Kendrick and misinterpreting songs on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers to try and play off some of the horrible events that Kendrick went through or saw inflicted onto others as an absolute joke. Which in of itself is a major problem, but we don't even have enough time to get into that. Because why Ak and Drake are splitting up right now is due to the fact that after pretty much being Drake's puppet and doing whatever he needed him to do do in terms of the narratives and moments that he needed to put out and post all over and project in order to boost Drake's image. Now for Drake, he is no longer seeing Ak as the puppet who he can manipulate like he always could, and seeing these two seemingly fall out and their fan base.
I like with this puppet shit.
I like these type of videos. You wanna know why? Cause like these people is different,
man.
Like they like he'd be like, oh, and the puppet that and then it'll be him.
Yeah.
And the picture will be
because they try to like make it like
you're like, oh, with the music, the puppet. It's like they paint
now he a puppet.
Where it's like if y'all hated us,
that's what they do.
If y'all hated us, Drake, I know like y'all hate these niggas
look,
more than
we
us.
wouldn't have audio. We'd just be laughing and stuff like this. And the great fall off of the Law Twins and how they did
this. And
they didn't make it
until when they was there.
And now.
And we be zooming in.
Type shit.
I know y'all hate these niggas way more
and
than
it be
us.
no face, no case. Y'all be getting busy
no
on
face.
Niggas. Let's get it. No face.
The
no
rise
face,
of
no
when
face.
he can no longer do it.
Hey man, if you think Ak a puppet, he a puppet.
That shit funny.
If it looked like a duck and it quacked like a
needed to put out and post all over and project in order to boost Drake's image. Now for Drake, he is no longer seeing Ak as the puppet who he can manipulate like he always could, and seeing these two seemingly fall out and their fan bases split up is just hilarious, because when we look at the aftermath of all of the beef, despite all the attention Ak has gotten for being a pivotal part in this entire moment in time in rap, and for being a voice that people always want to hear what he says, whether that's for better or for worse. Because of the side Ak picked and the judgment that he has never let himself have because of it, Ak has put himself in a place where for his platform, while during the beef Drake may have needed him to premiere diss songs and keep pushing Kendrick Lamar to try and make a move that would have went against his strategy, Ak also needed Drake, because in this time in hip-hop where people really did choose sides of these rappers based on what they want this genre to look like in the future, because at the end of this all, Kendrick vs. Drake really was a beef that featured one person standing for rap's roots, while the other was representing everything wrong with the genre today. And when it comes to where the lines were drawn, Ak was on the side that disrespects hip-hop pioneers, treats all of the music so disposably today, and only wants to hear the least challenging content out there. So for a while, Ak has just had no other choice than to just embrace Drake and all of the chaos that he creates, and just overall wreak more and more havoc on the internet with it, but seemingly with where we are at now. And specifically within this time where Drake is now trying to take his label into a legal battle all over a diss track that Kendrick Lamar has made. For a quick second, Ak realized that as a hip-hop personality who owns a platform that labels value a lot to promote their artists on, and for being a person in general who is still one of the biggest names in all of the genre right now, even he couldn't fully support the idea of his idol trying to go after his opponent in a rap beef by filing.
That's cause it gets scary when you do shit like that.
Hey, I ain't even gonna lie. This is this go back to the point of if it was like, if you said, all right, Drake, take your L.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh yeah, just take your L and don't let it go where it goes. Right. It wasn't just Ak. That it was a lot of every platform. I remember Kai Cenat.
Oh yeah.
You know when they was like dun 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 dun, and it was like Kai, you dance.
Yeah. He was like kind of like
Kai dance.
His whole reaction was kind of like this. Wait, what did he say?
He said, wait.
Nigga, he said, what are you talking about?
You see what I'm saying? Now, it wasn't just Ak. It was the world.
The world.
So you can't fault Ak.
Yeah.
For feeling how he felt towards, like, if he felt good about Kendrick Lamar doing good, then there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So, like, if he ain't the same puppet, then that mean that it was just good.
Yeah.
It's the same, what's the name? It's the same story.
It's you tried.
So it's like,
you
it's not
tried
that
to
he's
fight
against
for
you.
your guy, and you lost.
You fought for him.
That's what happened. That's it.
It's like how the whole,
you fought hard too.
It's like how they don't.
That's what fans do.
They fight
right?
hard to see the Lions not go to the Super Bowl and win it, but we
go and we win.
We gonna win. We gonna win it. I threw that in there.
Yeah, they gotta get real
it.
shit. But you know what I
You know
mean?
what I'm
Like a fan, that's what a fan's supposed to do. He's not Ak's not a puppet. He's a fan.
I think he is still right.
Fan,
like
he a fan. He a fan.
He loved Drake, but it just was something. It was just a shift in the
culture.
culture.
It just didn't. Them last few bars ain't hit like that. But you scream and go crazy when he say shit like that.
After just losing in the eyes of the majority of the people. And so now with this, recently with some of the content Ak has made, which really Ak's disdain for Kendrick has still been so clear to see by witnessing such things as his reaction to Kendrick Lamar's first week sales projections. In the midst of his rage towards Kendrick, Ak has also talked about the current situation Drake is in and has had some really critical words for him, as instead of just coping with whatever Drake does and pretending like it's a great move even if he deep down inside disagrees, when it comes to the predicament that Drake is in now, he said that for Drake, everything he is doing is not a good look, and that it's gonna make him look like a weak person, rapper, and just like a sore loser in general. And now, ever since Axe said this, something in the air has changed between him and Drake, and all of OVO for that matter, because Drake's own fans have not just begun to turn on Ack and make fun of him for being a puppet of Drake's, which is pretty ironic.
If you're completely ripped and shredded,
You not even that strong, nigga.
10K
You not. Your head's stronger than everything.
He looked at like, what's the name? What's that rapper name that was with then forgive me all my love. What was his part? His love. Namir. Not Namir. Jay.
Almighty
Why
Jay.
like a strong ass peanut head?
Almighty Jay. That's tough. That's tough because it's accurate. It's the vitamin-ness in their head.
That nigga.
Chewable tablet head.
Keep that in the video. That was Jay.
It's staying. I'm not editing shit. All right?
Because of this reaction, Axe seems to be spiraling out worse than ever, which is really saying a lot. And because of this, he is now overly covering Drake and trying to flip the narrative of what he said on some level to win his trust back in Drake's eyes by diving into such random things on his streams recently, like Drake's beef with Dylan Brooks. Which again, while Ack is trying to get back in Drake's good graces by going out of his way to find relatively meaningless moments in his career that all may be alluding to something pretty inconsequential in the grand scheme of it all, like where Drake stands with a decent NBA role player. The more and more Ack has done things like this, it has put him on a spiral of trying to dig up random facts about how valuable Drake has been to his label and to try and add context to why Drake is going after them the way he has in the first place. And now the best part about Ack doing all of this is that after Ack spoke against him, Drake just doesn't seem to be budging right now. And while I'm sure Drake will come back around to Ack again when it is time to use his platform for whatever narrative he is going to be trying to spread next.
It's so crazy.
It's a lot.
In the moment. A lot of things you do on the internet look fire. And then when they rewriting history on niggas or trying to,
thinking like that,
you be looking at the stuff like, what is all this shit?
What is
like,
this?
But
this is
I remember it. I remember reacting to this song. But
that's what I'm saying. Funny. Ain't that crazy?
Basically, he tried to say that Act is spinning the block.
Like, that's what he said. He said he trying to get back
he
graces in his eyes. Yeah,
like he was there, and then he turned.
Like most people do.
Spinning.
But like I said,
and
like,
then they saying Drake don't care.
But
it really ain't no shit going on with either one of them right now.
That's what I just said.
They don't have shit going on.
I don't feel like nobody re-spinning nothing. Or I just feel like if I tell the truth, like if you my homeboy and I tell you the truth,
it might hurt you for a little bit.
It might hurt you for a little bit. But that don't mean I'm spinning the block to be your friend. You got beat up.
In order to be a friend, you got to tell the truth.
If we was in school and the girl beat you up and then I'm like, damn, that girl did. Well,
that shorty did.
That ain't me. If I come back and you do something good, and I come back like, no, and then he won that fight. No, you spent the block. No, he got beat up.
It's fact.
This is facts.
I mean, you was capping in the beginning, but you was just in your fan mode. But you thought you could win.
And that's where I feel like people go wrong is for being fanned out.
Yep.
Because when you fanned out, you shouldn't fan out because then people will be like, he's on my side.
Yeah, like now nigga think you owe him loyalty
because you owe him because you fanned out. Don't be fanned out.
Just because I'm fanned out don't mean that when you get your ass whooped, I can't admit it. Like damn,
just be Sean C.
Exactly. Don't give a fuck about nothing.
Next, right now, Drake seems to be punishing Ack for what he has done to him, which the fact that that's even something I have to say is just beyond pathetic. But this really is something that is happening behind the scenes right now. And the way it's going down is all being done by Drake using his other hip-hop media giant, who he uses to say whatever narrative he needs to get out there, in OVO Mal, and now with Mal. Which when we look at Mal, it's also important to know that Ack has beef with him.
Giant is crazy.
They call him OVO Mal.
They don't have a choice at this point.
Wait, hold on.
I think he would call himself OVO
crazy.
if it was acceptable.
That's crazy to think. Who you think is more
Ack out
or Mal? Because they was
biggest
both
Drake fans.
Yeah,
I think it's like
Mal or Ack.
It's like a tie.
Because Mal was. Remember Mal? He had a classic rant. We didn't get to cover it. But
yeah, we did.
No,
he's
during that whole thing.
He got it. And with Mal
was going sick.
Mal, like I don't know, he be seeming like an unconscious nigga. Not saying like you're not conscious. I don't know conscious shit. This ain't no woke shit, basically what I'm trying to say. He just seemed unconscious when he speak on Drake. Like, he don't even acknowledge nothing that go against.
Yeah,
say a nigga make a diss track on Drake, I don't even think he listens.
But
to
he
shit.
had he probably
like
don't.
he can't hear Jimmy.
But they all had
He
the
can't hear
same premise.
type shit.
He's
Billy Hoyle.
What they was and you get on that track and you say this about this person and it's not fact checked and you said I was thinking like, Ma, you under Jay-Z and them, you in that, what's her name?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
In a category where you
that
should
era
have
where
some common sense.
Where they rap
about how rap work. Like
what? Oh, you gotta fact check it. But like I said, Drake, I'm not gonna lie, because I seen a post today and it said Drake gave us 12 years of music. Straight or whatever. Straight, non-stop. And y'all gonna switch up for a dude make protest music. And I said, see what I'm saying? It's proving it right.
My thing is,
people, it's fan though. When you it's like,
what do some people even be thinking?
If you're fanned out over Drake, you're gonna lose your mind.
Like,
and then Drake, y'all think that Drake don't see that, but y'all doing that, Drake see it. Mm-hmm. So if you do switch, or if you do a DeMar DeRozan and dance on the stage for 2 minutes, you're on the chopping block. You're done. Drake is gonna dance his way to you, and he gonna call you a pussy.
Yep. Pussy.
Why did you switch?
Fuck out of here, pussy.
Like, Drake, I just liked the beat.
It entered my. He's my friend. You're my friend. What's the problem? No,
to Drake.
Him because of their beef with Joe Budden. Recently, he was making an appearance on another person's show where he was talking about Drake and seemingly slipped saying that he had some insider information about Drake, which wasn't just anything but was kind of major news, as Mal said that Drake may be performing at the halftime show for the next World Cup. And now, while this all just seems to be a rumor and it's really way too early to tell if this is even true, by Mal saying this and having it make waves around the internet, based on the way we know Drake has speaking relationships with these creators, and especially Mal, and how he has kept them in the loop of what he is doing when it benefits him, it really seems like here we are seeing Drake pretty much try to show Act that if he does not always praise him and bash Kendrick Lamar and whoever else he may be up against in the future, that Drake will abandon Act, and so will his fan base of supporters. And with this entire situation,
damn, that do kind of make sense. Because if you think about it, Act had all the leaks before, and now you getting a leak out of Maul. That's like saying, see, this is what you get for being disloyal. That would have been your news to break. But now it's his news.
When have that ever been? That's
I'm
my
one
only
away from
question.
Michael, nigga. Beat it, boy. Beat it, boy.
My only question is, when have Drake never did? When have he never did that?
I know. It's just.
Do you think you permanently his bitch?
What he's done?
Like, do you think you
Act
permanently?
So hard.
Fuck working hard. A girl can work hard to do some shit, and when she become in the streets, she's gone.
She's for the streets.
Okay, you're gone.
Dang,
I think Drake will find somebody else.
That's shitty. That's shitty, Act. You deserve better.
You don't deserve shit.
Drake and Akademiks, no matter who you think is
you got played.
Really none of them are. They are just exposing themselves for their true nature more than ever. Because in the case of Ak, while in a rare moment for him he was kind of being objective, he has now pretty much thrown away any ounce of integrity he had left to praise Drake in whichever way he possibly can. All in order so that Drake can keep Ak in a place where he can be an important person to whatever he is doing. And now for Drake's end of this, we really know more than ever that this guy plays the media outlets in this genre, and if he can, he will start to do some super petty things, like moving closer with someone like Mal, also that Ak can be villainized for being honest for once when he is talking about Drake. And I mean, overall with these guys, at this point we can see that when it comes to the spokespeople that are trying to do whatever they can to make Drake look good, just as we have seen Kendrick Lamar rap about over and over again, they really are compromised more than ever, because with their dedication towards Drake, it isn't even like someone such as Ak at this point is just a massive Drake fan, and that's why he's defending him till the end. But now, we have reached a point where no matter what, he is going to be backing this man and his every move, because pretty much what Drake has shown him and the negative backlash he got for just being a little honest, that it could cost him his power as a hip-hop media giant. Because if Ak ever does praise Kendrick Lamar in a way that is not backhanded and just go against Drake once again, well, I mean, at this point, he is way too far gone to ever make Kendrick Lamar fans and genuine hip-hop heads listen to him for any other reason other than pure comedy. And so because of his failure to have any sort of journalistic intent...
That's a great take. And I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's not true. That's just a great take. Well, I was going to get it out first and then see if I agree with what came out of my mouth, low-key. But he's in a crazy space. If you think about it, like going like, oh man, fuck the Drake and the Drake and the Drake and the Drake and the Drake, and it's like you don't see this nigga losing. You don't see this nigga losing. You don't see this nigga losing. Okay, he lost. Okay, now he's getting.
Yeah, I feel like Dame's
still on
ass,
his
like,
neck.
I feel like Akademiks.
And then you go.
I feel like
Kendrick is kind of
dope.
dope.
Like Akademiks is real smart.
Like,
he real good at what he do.
Kendrick supporters and Kendrick is not.
But it's like you're not in that.
You
boat.
can't join forces over here.
Ak is not in the genuine.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say it. He not in the genuine, like what they say, genuine hip hop people who listen
Like,
to the. Because these same people will come out and say like, oh, these people who just listen to the music and say, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
No, you real like Ak is real smart at what he do.
Yeah,
That's what I'm gonna say.
do.
What he do.
Yeah.
He intelligent at it. He know it's
Yeah.
a mixture.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mixture of knowing what you doing and you got some sneaky shit going on.
Going blind
with
mice on niggas.
Some
like,
then he'll come out with the facts like, oh, I know this and
this happened and
but
that
and then
happened,
he'll
that.
go to where he go. But
Yeah.
to people who just straight purely hip hop, what I hear and I'm gonna just say it.
Yeah.
He not that.
Nah, because
Ak don't do that.
I mean, once you fan it, you can't.
Hey, you can't fan it.
beat
And that's why I said that's his own. He got his own formula.
Yeah, it's
That
his
it
own
don't-
little.
It's not in that regular.
His own little witches.
Oh,
brew.
we just gonna listen to whatever we hear and tell y'all what we
And tell
hear
you what
type
time
shit.
it is. Yeah,
Not,
it's
I
just-
got a relationship with this dude,
So I got the
yeah,
information. I know.
it's clear as day. You can see it, and that's fine. That's what
Joe
he
Budden,
do.
you do the same
That's
shit.
what they said. That's what people love Ak for. Is that
Mhm.
he do what he do. He gonna come on there and be like, Drake, nobody can beat Drake, and we gonna laugh. It's
Yeah,
funny.
like he said, outside of comedy,
Yeah,
because it's comedic.
it's funny.
It's funny. You're fucking funny, nigga.
integrity, Ak has really put himself in a place where no matter what, he is really trapped in the role of being Drake's puppet and now is going to face the worst things possible for it. And with this entire situation, foreseeing just how pathetic this all is, with all of these personalities crashing out together, and then ultimately having somebody like Drake, who everyone is making fun of right now, just force whoever is left in his line stay loyal to him. All in all, is just showing us more than ever that whatever narratives Drake has been claiming about him having no power in the industry is an absolute lie. Because when it comes to manipulating the industry, this is really the game Drake has been playing all along. As after just running this method to this point where he has done nothing to help his actual career and reputation with any moves that he can actually strengthen his image with, such as releasing just the slightest bit of inspired or passionate music. Now Drake has reached...
I
What did
swear
we
to
say?
God, I might end this video on
What did
that
we
note
say?
because I don't even want to keep
What
going
did
through
we
the same
say,
shit.
man? It's the same.
You ever just sit back
conclusion.
and think
Every
that Drake
video.
is one song away? He's literally one song away from a conversation that's like, no. Drake
This is
went
the
crazy.
thing. This is the thing, though.
One.
Like,
You don't gotta diss nobody.
Drake
He
is
could.
one
He don't have
song.
to.
He one song.
One song away from everybody not giving a fuck about none of that other shit.
He one song from everybody knowing what they know. It's the same. Like I said, it's like boxing. Don't nobody care, Drake.
Man.
It's not. We don't care. Like, you took the L. It's funny. How it was good. Just make music.
That's it.